The perfect life. Isabella stood in her office on the 20th floor. The city stretched below her like a dream come true. Windows showed the skyline she helped build. Her designs shaped this city. Glass towers, modern homes, beautiful buildings that made people stop and stare. She was only 28 years old. Yet she had everything. A career people envied. A man she loved with all her heart. Friends who filled her days with laughter. Success that came from her own hard work and talent. Her phone buzzed. A message from Marcus. Can't wait for tonight, my love. Our engagement party will be perfect. Isabella smiled. 5 years with Marcus. 5 years of love, trust, and building dreams together. Tonight they would announce their engagement to the world. Her heart felt so full it might burst. She looked at the ring on her finger. Simple but beautiful. Just like their love. Marcus knew her so well. He understood her dreams. He supported her work. He was her partner in every way. Her best friend Sophia called. Bella, I'm at the venue. Everything looks amazing. You're going to love it. Thank you for organizing everything, Isabella said warmly. I don't know what I'd do without you. Sophia laughed. That's what best friends are for. We've been together since college. I'll always have your back. Isabella felt blessed. Sophia was more than a friend. She was like a sister. They shared everything. Secrets. Dreams. Late-night talks. Shopping trips. Tears and laughter. The day passed quickly. Isabella finished her work early. She wanted to look perfect for tonight. Her biggest project had just been approved. The Sky Garden Tower. Her design would change the city forever. Marcus had helped present it to the board. He was good at presentations. She was good at creating. Together they were unstoppable. #### the night everything changed. The venue sparkled with lights. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling. White roses filled every corner. The smell was sweet and fresh. Guests arrived in expensive clothes. Music played softly. Champagne flowed like water. Isabella wore a red dress. Simple and elegant. She felt beautiful. Marcus stood across the room talking to investors. He looked handsome in his black suit. Their eyes met. He smiled. That smile that made her fall in love 5 years ago. Sophia rushed over. You look stunning. This night is perfect. Thanks to you. Isabella hugged her. I'm so happy. But something felt strange. Isabella couldn't explain it. A feeling in her stomach. A whisper in her mind. She pushed it away. Tonight was about celebration. About love. About the future. Marcus clinked his glass. The room went quiet. Everyone turned to look. Thank you all for coming, he said. His voice was smooth and confident. Tonight we celebrate love. Tonight I announce my engagement to the most wonderful woman in the world. Isabella's heart raced. This was the moment. She started walking toward him. But Marcus continued speaking. This woman has stood by me through everything. She believed in me when no one else did. She helped me build my success. Isabella smiled. But the words felt wrong somehow. Marcus never said things like this. He was humble. He shared credit. Why was he talking like this? And I'm proud to announce, Marcus said, that Sophia has agreed to be my wife. The room exploded with applause. Isabella stopped walking. Her brain couldn't process the words. Sophia? His wife. What? She watched in horror as Sophia walked to Marcus. Watched as he pulled her close. Watched as they kissed. A deep kiss. A familiar kiss. A kiss that showed history between them. Isabella's legs stopped working. Her heart stopped beating. Her world stopped spinning. This couldn't be real. This had to be a nightmare. She would wake up soon. But people were congratulating them. Hugging them. Celebrating them. And then Isabella saw it. The looks. The guilty looks. The knowing looks. Everyone knew. Everyone except her. Sophia finally saw Isabella standing frozen in the middle of the room. Their eyes met. Sophia's face showed shame for just 1 second. Then it hardened. I'm sorry, Bella. But Marcus and we fell in love. We didn't mean for it to happen. Didn't mean for it to happen? Isabella's voice came out as a whisper. How long? Marcus stepped forward. His face showed no guilt. No shame. Nothing. 3 years, Isabella. We've been together for 3 years. 3 years. While Isabella thought she had love, she had lies. While she believed in forever, they were betraying her. While she trusted completely, they were laughing behind her back. But the ring? Isabella looked at her hand. The ring Marcus gave her last month. I needed to keep you happy, Marcus said coldly. Your designs were important. The Sky Garden Tower needed your creativity. I couldn't risk you leaving before the project was approved. The words hit like physical blows. Used. She was used. For her talent. For her work. For her designs. The tower. Isabella's mind raced. That's my design. My work. My dream. Marcus smiled. A cruel smile. Actually, legally it's mine. You worked under my company. Everything you create belongs to me. I presented it. My name is on the papers. You were just the assistant who did the drawings. ####the complete destruction. The next weeks were hell on earth. Isabella tried to fight. She went to lawyers. But Marcus was right. Legally, the work belonged to his company. Her name was nowhere on the important documents. He had planned this carefully. Very carefully. The architecture firm fired her. We can't keep someone who causes drama, they said. Your relationship problems are affecting the company reputation. Isabella tried to explain. She tried to show her original drawings. Her notes. Her ideas. But Marcus had covered his tracks perfectly. He had copies of everything with his notes on them. His changes. His signature. People in the industry talked. Whispers spread like fire. She's trying to steal credit. She's just jealous. She can't handle that her boyfriend moved on. She's unprofessional. Sophia posted pictures online. Her and Marcus looking happy. Looking in love. The comments were cruel. Thank God he found real love. The other girl was so jealous and bitter. Some people just can't be happy for others. Isabella's phone rang constantly. But not with support. With judgment. Old friends called to tell her to move on. To stop making trouble. To accept that Marcus and Sophia were in love. Her mother called. Isabella, you're embarrassing yourself. Let them be happy. Find someone else. Even her own family believed their lies. Believed their story. Believed that Isabella was just a jealous ex who couldn't accept rejection. Isabella stopped answering calls. Stopped checking messages. Stopped leaving her apartment. She had no job. No friends. No family support. No future. She had nothing. The Sky Garden Tower broke ground. News showed Marcus cutting the ribbon. This design represents my vision for the future, he told reporters. Modern living with natural elements. This is my masterpiece. Her masterpiece. Her vision. Her dream. Stolen and claimed by someone she once loved. Isabella stared at the ceiling of her apartment. Her savings were almost gone. Rent was due. She had no way to pay. No way to survive. She had built her entire life on foundations that were lies. And now everything was crumbling. She thought about ending it all. About giving up. About disappearing. What was the point? She had lost everything. Her career. Her love. Her friend. Her reputation. Her future. There was nothing left. #### the mysterious mentor. A knock on the door broke through her dark thoughts. Isabella ignored it. It was probably the landlord demanding rent. But the knocking continued. Steady. Patient. Not angry. Finally, Isabella opened the door. An older woman stood there. She looked about 50. Silver hair pulled back neatly. Sharp eyes that seemed to see everything. Expensive suit that spoke of success and power. Isabella Rodriguez? The woman asked. Who's asking? My name is Elena Volkov. I own Volkov Designs, the international architecture firm. May I come in? Isabella knew that name. Everyone in architecture knew that name. Volkov Designs was legendary. They designed buildings all over the world. Museums. Hotels. Entire cities. Elena Volkov was a legend. Why are you here? Isabella asked. Elena walked past her into the apartment. She looked around at the mess. The empty food containers. The closed curtains. The darkness. Because I know talent when I see it. And I know theft when I see it. Isabella's heart jumped. What do you mean? The Sky Garden Tower, Elena said simply. I know it's your design. I've seen your portfolio from college. Your style is unique. Unmistakable. Marcus Chun couldn't design something that beautiful if his life depended on it. He's average at best. A good businessman maybe. But a creative genius? Never. Tears filled Isabella's eyes. Finally, someone who believed her. Someone who saw the truth. But knowing and proving are different things, Elena continued. You have no legal standing. No evidence that would hold up. Marcus played his game well. Then why are you here? Isabella felt hope dying again. Elena smiled. A sharp smile. A dangerous smile. Because I don't believe in letting thieves win. And because I have a proposition for you. What kind of proposition? I can give you back everything you lost. Your career. Your reputation. Your power. Your future. But more than that, I can give you something better. I can give you revenge. The word hung in the air. Revenge. Dark and tempting. Wrong but so appealing. How? Isabella whispered. Come work for me. Learn from me. Train with me. In 2 years I'll make you unstoppable. Powerful enough to take back everything that was stolen. Strong enough to destroy everyone who hurt you. And skilled enough to build an empire on their ashes. Isabella looked at this woman. This stranger offering darkness disguised as hope. Part of her knew this was wrong. Revenge never healed anything. It only created more pain. But the bigger part, the hurt part, the broken part, the betrayed part, that part screamed yes. Yes to revenge. Yes to power. Yes to making them pay. What do you want in return? Isabella asked. Your talent. Your dedication. Your absolute commitment for 2 years. After that, you're free to do whatever you want. Take revenge. Build your career. Walk away. The choice is yours. Isabella thought about Marcus's smug face. About Sophia's fake apology. About everyone who believed their lies. About her stolen designs. About her destroyed life. When do we start? Isabella asked. Elena's smile grew wider. Right now. Pack your things. We leave tonight. Isabella Rodriguez is finished. It's time to create someone new. Someone stronger. Someone who won't be broken again. Isabella packed her few belongings. As she closed the door on her apartment, she closed the door on her old life. The girl who trusted easily was dead. The woman who believed in love was gone. The naive fool who thought goodness won was finished. In her place stood someone new. Someone harder. Someone hungry for justice. Or maybe just hungry for revenge. The difference didn't matter anymore. What mattered was power. What mattered was taking back what was hers. What mattered was making them pay. Elena's car waited outside. Black. Expensive. Powerful. Just like Isabella would become. Are you ready? Elena asked. Isabella looked back at the building one last time. Somewhere in this city Marcus and Sophia were probably celebrating. Probably laughing. Probably congratulating themselves on their perfect crime. I'm ready, Isabella said. Her voice was different now. Colder. Harder. Stronger. The car pulled away into the night, taking Isabella toward a future she couldn't imagine. A future of transformation. A future of power. A future of revenge. The fall was complete. The old Isabella was dead. What rose from those ashes would be something new. Something dangerous. Something unstoppable. Marcus and Sophia had no idea what was coming. They thought they had one. They thought the story was over. They were so very wrong. The story was just beginning. And this time, Isabella would write the ending herself. Part 2. The Rise 2000 words. The transformation begins. The plane landed in Milan as the sun rose. Isabella had never been to Italy before. Everything looked beautiful. Old buildings mixed with modern design. History and future standing together. Elena's home was a masterpiece. Glass walls. Open spaces. Art everywhere. This will be your home for the next 2 years, Elena said. Get comfortable. Your new life starts tomorrow. That night, Isabella couldn't sleep. She kept thinking about everything she lost. The pain was still fresh, still raw, but now it mixed with something else. Anger, determination, fire. The next morning started at 5. Elena knocked on her door. Get up. We have work to do. The days became routine, brutal but effective. Isabella studied architecture with the best teachers in Europe. Not just design, but business, marketing, presentation, leadership. Everything Marcus used against her, she now learned to master. Design is only half the battle, Elena taught. Power comes from controlling the narrative, from owning the story, from making people believe your version of truth. Isabella absorbed everything like a sponge. She studied 12 hours a day. She learned 3 languages. She networked with powerful people. She transformed herself completely. Elena also taught her about appearance. People judge what they see first. We'll use that. Isabella changed her style. Her long brown hair became shorter, sleeker. She learned makeup, how to dress for power, how to walk into a room and command attention. She worked out, got stronger, not just physically but mentally. But the most important change was her name. Isabella Rodriguez is the broken girl they destroyed, Elena said. You need to be someone new. Belle Laurent, Isabella said suddenly. The name felt right. Strong, elegant, foreign enough to be mysterious. Perfect, Elena smiled. Belle Laurent, international architect, trained in Europe. No connection to Isabella Rodriguez. 6 months passed. Isabella barely recognized herself in the mirror. She looked different, confident, powerful, beautiful in a sharp, dangerous way. But Elena pushed harder. Looking different isn't enough. You need to be different, better, unstoppable. Isabella entered competitions, small ones at first. She won every single one. Her designs were brilliant, fresh, innovative. She combined art with function in ways nobody expected. News spread in the architecture world. Who is this Belle Laurent? Where did she come from? Her work is extraordinary. Elena smiled each time. Good. Let them wonder. Let them talk. When you return, you'll already be famous. 1 year passed. Isabella won a major competition in Paris. Her design for a public library became international news. Belle Laurent is revolutionizing modern architecture, critics said. She's the future of design. Isabella read the articles with cold satisfaction. Marcus probably saw them too. But he would never connect Belle Laurent to Isabella Rodriguez. Why would he? Isabella was broken, defeated, probably living in some small apartment working some basic job. If only he knew. Elena taught Isabella about revenge too. Revenge isn't about anger. It's about strategy, about timing, about making your enemies destroy themselves. How do I do that? Isabella asked. You give them what they want most. Success, power, confidence. Let them climb higher and higher. Then you pull the foundation. They fall harder from greater heights. Isabella understood. Marcus had everything now. Her designs, his reputation, Sophia, success. But it was all built on lies. All she had to do was expose those lies at the right moment. But not yet, Elena warned. You're not ready. You're still too emotional, too angry. Revenge requires cold calculation. Ice, not fire. So, Isabella worked on herself. She meditated. She practiced control. She learned to smile while planning someone's downfall. She learned to be charming while calculating their destruction. The second year brought even more success. Isabella designed a museum in Berlin, a hotel in Barcelona, an office building in London. Each project was better than the last. Each success brought her closer to ready. She also learned about business. Elena taught her how to read contracts, how to protect her work legally, how to ensure nobody could ever steal from her again. This is what Marcus used against you, Elena explained. Legal protection, paper trails, documentation. Never let anyone take credit for your work again. Isabella studied law, not to become a lawyer, but to understand how to protect herself, how to attack when the time came. Knowledge was power. And Isabella was gathering power like a dragon gathering treasure. She also learned about people. How to read them. How to manipulate them. How to make them trust her. Everyone has weaknesses, Elena taught. Find them. Use them. Felt wrong at first. Isabella wasn't a manipulative person. But then she remembered Marcus. Sophia. The betrayal. The lies. They used her weakness. Her trust. Her love. Fair was fair. Hashtag the return home. 2 years to the day after leaving, Isabella was ready. She looked in the mirror and saw a stranger. No, not a stranger. She saw Belle Laurent. Powerful. Successful. Dangerous. It's time, Elena said. Time to go home. Time to take back what's yours. Time to make them pay. Isabella felt nervous. Excited. Scared. Ready. All at once. What if I fail? You won't, Elena said firmly. I've trained you too well. You're better than them now. Smarter. Stronger. More powerful. They don't stand a chance. The flight home felt long. Isabella stared out the window. She was returning to the city that broke her. But she was different now. She was ready now. She was dangerous now. Elena's company had already prepared everything. Belle Laurent had won the competition for the new cultural center. The biggest project in the city's history. Isabella designed it in 3 days. It was genius. Everyone agreed. What nobody knew was that the competition was judged by Elena's friends. People she had carefully contacted. People who owed her favors. The competition was rigged from the start. Belle Laurent was always going to win. Sometimes revenge requires stacking the deck, Elena had said. Nothing wrong with ensuring victory. The announcement made national news. Belle Laurent, international architect, wins cultural center competition. Unknown challenger defeats all major firms. Isabella knew Marcus would see it. His firm had entered the competition too. He lost. To a mysterious woman nobody knew. His ego would be wounded. Good. That was just the beginning. Isabella rented a penthouse in the best building. The same building where Marcus and Sophia lived. 3 floors above them. She smiled at the irony. They had no idea their greatest enemy lived right above them. Her first official day back. Isabella attended a gala. All the important people would be there. Including Marcus and Sophia. She dressed carefully. A black dress. Simple but stunning. Her hair perfectly styled. Makeup flawless. She looked like a completely different person from the broken girl they destroyed. The gala sparkled with lights and wealth. Isabella walked in confidently. Heads turned. Whispers started. Who is that? She's gorgeous. Is that Belle Laurent? And then she saw them. Marcus and Sophia. Across the room. They looked older. Tired. Not as happy as their social media suggested. Interesting. Isabella grabbed champagne and walked toward them. Slowly. Confidently. Like a predator approaching prey. Marcus saw her first. His eyes widened. Interest sparked. Of course. He always liked beautiful women. But he didn't recognize her. Not even a little bit. Hello, Isabella said. Her voice was different too. Lower. Accented slightly from her time in Europe. I'm Belle Laurent. I believe you entered the cultural center competition. Marcus straightened. Trying to look impressive. Marcus-chan. Yes, my firm was in the running. Congratulations on your win. Though I think the judges made a mistake. Isabella smiled. Sweet but dangerous. A mistake? How so? Your design is nice. But impractical. Beautiful drawings don't always work in reality. Interesting, Isabella said. I'll keep that in mind from someone so experienced. Tell me, how long have you been designing? Marcus puffed up. 15 years. I've designed many successful buildings. Such as? Isabella asked innocently. The Sky Garden Tower is my masterpiece. Perhaps you've heard of it. Isabella's heart raced. But her face stayed calm. Cool. Oh yes. Beautiful design. Very feminine. Almost like a woman designed it. Marcus's face twitched. Architecture has no gender. Great design is great design. Of course, Isabella agreed. I'd love to see your portfolio sometime. I'm always interested in learning from established architects. Marcus gave her his card. Call my office. We'll set something up. Sophia appeared then. She looked at Isabella with jealousy. Clear, obvious jealousy. Marcus, who's your new friend? Belle Laurent, the architect who won the cultural center. Sophia's face went cold. Oh, that Belle Laurent. Isabella smiled at her. And you are? Sophia Chun. Marcus's wife. Wife. They got married. Isabella felt a stab of pain, but she pushed it down deep. Pain could come later. Now was for acting. Lovely to meet you, Isabella said. You both seem so perfect together. #### planting seeds of destruction. The next weeks were careful work. Isabella met with Marcus several times. Always professional. Always friendly. Always slightly flirtatious. Just enough to make him interested. To make him trust her. She visited his office. Impressive, she said, looking at the models. At the plans. The designs. She recognized several. They were stolen. From young architects he employed. He was still stealing. Still taking credit. You have quite the empire, Isabella said. I've worked hard for it, Marcus said proudly. Liar. But Isabella just smiled. It shows. I'd love to collaborate sometime. Two talented architects working together. Marcus's eyes gleamed. I'd like that. Isabella also befriended Sophia. She ran into her at the gym. At coffee shops. Shopping. Always accidental. Always friendly. You're so easy to talk to, Sophia said one day. I feel like I've known you forever. I feel the same, Isabella lied smoothly. You remind me of someone I used to know. A good friend. Sophia smiled sadly. I had a best friend once. But we had a falling out. Over a man. That's always hard, Isabella said. Did you marry him? The man. Sophia nodded. Yes. Marcus. We've been married almost 2 years. Are you happy? Isabella asked directly. Sophia hesitated. Just for a second. But Isabella saw it. Trouble in paradise. Interesting. Of course, Sophia said quickly. Marcus is wonderful. But Isabella saw the truth. The marriage was struggling. Marcus probably cheated. Men like him always did. And Sophia was realizing she traded a real friend for a fake love. If you ever need to talk, Isabella offered. I'm a good listener. Over coffee, Sophia opened up more. Sometimes I wonder if I made a mistake. Leaving my friend. She was really good to me. So why did you leave her? Isabella asked. I fell in love with her boyfriend. Just happened. We didn't mean to hurt her. But she couldn't understand. She made everything so dramatic. Isabella's blood boiled. But she kept her face sympathetic. That must have been hard for everyone. She tried to destroy us, Sophia continued. Claimed Marcus stole her work. Made up lies. We had to cut her out completely. Made up lies. The words hurt. But Isabella used the pain. Turned it into fuel. Into determination. Where is she now? Isabella asked. I don't know. Last I heard she left the city. Probably gave up on architecture. She wasn't that talented anyway. Not that talented. Isabella wanted to scream. To reveal herself. To make Sophia see the truth. But not yet. Timing was everything. She also met Alessandro during this time. He was a businessman. Honest. Kind. Real. Everything Marcus pretended to be. They met at a charity event. You're Belle Laurent, he said. I followed your work. It's extraordinary. Thank you, Isabella said. I'm Alessandro Rossi. I develop properties. Ethical properties. Sustainable. Community-focused. They talked for hours. About architecture. About business. About making the world better instead of just making money. You're different from most developers, Isabella said. I could say the same about you and most architects, Alessandro smiled. Most are just ego and flash. You actually care about people. Isabella felt something. Connection. Real and warm. It scared her. She came back for revenge. Not for love. Love was what destroyed her before. I should go, she said quickly. May I call you? Alessandro asked. For business purposes. I have projects you might be interested in. Isabella gave him her card. Business purposes only. But as she walked away, she felt his eyes on her. Interested. Genuine. Real. This complicated things. Revenge was simple when you had nothing to lose. But if she started caring about someone, if she started feeling again, that could ruin everything. No. Isabella pushed the thoughts away. She was here for one reason. Revenge. Destroying Marcus and Sophia. Taking back what was hers. Nothing else mattered. But late at night, alone in her penthouse, Isabella wondered. Elena had taught her to be cold, calculating, dangerous. But was that who she really was? Or was she just becoming like the people she hated? She looked at her reflection. Belle Laurent stared back. Powerful, beautiful, successful. Everything Isabella Rodriguez wanted to be. But Isabella Rodriguez wanted love too. Wanted friendship. Wanted trust. Belle Laurent only wanted revenge. Which one was real? Which one did she want to be? Isabella didn't have answers yet. But she knew one thing. The game had started. And she was winning. Marcus trusted her. Sophia confided in her. Alessandro cared about her. All the pieces were in place. Now came the hard part. Following through. Destroying people who once meant everything to her. People who destroyed her first. They deserve it, Isabella whispered to herself. They deserve everything that's coming. But a small voice inside asked, and what do you deserve? More hate? More pain? More emptiness? Isabella silenced that voice. Pushed it deep down. Locked it away. There was no room for doubt now. No room for mercy. No room for anything except revenge. The rise was complete. Belle Laurent was powerful. Respected. Feared. Everything she needed to be. Now came the fall.